Hi, this is Will with My Spiritual Clarity, and I'm out for a walk in the woods, and I'm making a video for you on spiritual boundaries. So call it spiritual boundaries, energetic boundaries. I have a lot of clients, or all my clients are what I identify as spiritual, or empathic, or highly intuitive, or emotionally sensitive, or energetically insensitive. Insensitive. Energetically sensitive people. You energetically insensitive prick. That would be an amazing insult on a forum. Anyways, so this comes up all the time with my clients because they're all healers and therapists and coaches and spiritual people. And they talk, or they ask all the time about, how do I get better boundaries? And so I answer this question a lot, and I thought I'd make a video specifically for this. It also just came up on the weekend. I ran a half-day intensive called the Helper's Paradox, and there were 4 people there, and it was amazing. 4 hours to go in depth on all these things, and one thing that came up in depth was boundaries. And we were talking about an energetic process called energy pulling, which I got in its current form from Access Consciousness, but I've actually been practicing it for a very long time in other forms. It's just now more clear with their approach. And you're pulling energy, so you're pulling energy from the universe, or from the universe through other people to you, or through a situation to you. And a very valid question came up of, well, won't I get that icky stuff on me? If that person has some negative crap going on, won't I pull that into me? And this is my take. Take it or leave it, but this is what I found to be true. That you can only get someone else's ick on you, or negative energy, if you've already got it going on. Now, there's 2 parts to this. One part is, we take on other people's crap all the time, and it's not ours. And then we run around, or we spend a lifetime trying to heal stuff that isn't even ours. And you can actually either just let that go, or you can return it back to the person or place or thing that you got it from and just let it go. That's one part. The other part is, though, that I find we can only get that ick on us, or that negative stuff on us, if we already have that going on. So, for example, depression. I dealt with depression off and on for a decade of my life. And there were kind of 3 layers of healing. There was the physical. I had a lot of nutritional deficiencies and food triggers I didn't know about. Second was emotional, cognitive behavioral therapy, changing my thoughts, addressing that. And then the third and final was energetic. And it wasn't until I addressed that depression really started to shift. And one was that process I just mentioned of, I had taken on other people's crap that wasn't mine, so I had to return that to sender, so to speak. But the other part, and the main part, was I still had depression going on up here. I still really didn't like myself. I hated myself in some ways. And once I addressed those beliefs, those limiting beliefs, those negative, crappy beliefs, I stopped sucking up other people's shit. I stopped sucking up other people's crap. It used to be I would walk down the street in Toronto where I lived, very, very different view than where I currently am. And I would get depressed from walking down the street because I'd pass someone else on the street and go, and just suck up all their crappy energy, and then try to heal that all myself until I realized, I can just return that to whoever I got it from with love and consciousness attached. Thank you, Access Consciousness. And at the same time, rather, I would identify, what am I believing about myself? Oh, that I'm a loser, that I'm a piece of shit, that I'll never get it right, that I'm a failure, that I'm a fuck up. Yes, I'm using graphic language today. And that really made the shift and the change. So when it comes to spiritual boundaries, energetic boundaries, psychic boundaries, I find 9 times out of 10, they're useless. And I love Reiki. I practice Reiki. I'm a Reiki master. But I find using bubbles and energetic bubbles is most of the time not the best thing to use. Now, if you know you have to go into a negative situation and you want to protect yourself, of course, go for it. But then I'd question, well, why do you feel, what's the belief that tells you that you have to keep that negative person, situation, or thing in your life? If it's a family member, well, I have to go to family dinner. No, you don't. That's a belief. Oh, well, I have to go to the, what do you call it down in the States? DVM, the motor vehicle place. Well, no, you don't. That's a belief. You could magically create something else. Oh, I gotta turn around. It's a lot of rain. You could create a different outcome or a different circumstance instead. So there's a belief there. So then again, why would you use bubbles? Why would you use protection? Why not address the actual root of it all, which will then impact your entire life, your whole life? So that's my take on spiritual and psychic boundaries, is that I find 9 times out of 10 boundaries are bullshit. Boundaries are a cover-up for something deeper that you could address. And deeper doesn't mean you've got to take the next year or 10 of your life to figure it out on the therapist couch or with your energy healer. But yeah, you're getting to the root of it. Now, I do want to be responsible and say, if you're dealing with physical boundaries, restraining orders, someone that's abusive in your life, I'm not suggesting that you spend all your time looking at the energetic or limiting belief root of it all and continue to have that person in your life, or not get the restraining order. That is not what I'm saying. Get the restraining order, get that person out of your life, get out of that situation. And maybe later, once you are in a safe place, you could do that work. But I would not recommend doing that work first. I'd recommend getting physically safe first, be responsible, and then go back. Aw, my kitty cat followed me into the woods. I hear it meowing. Anyways, that's my take on spiritual and psychic energetic boundaries. I hope that's helpful. And if you'd like to come and join the next half-day intensive, I will link below down to the sales page. I don't have the next one scheduled yet, but it'll be in the new year sometime. It's an amazing 4-hour process. We go really deep on the topics of you and your relationship with yourself, which is the helper's paradox. It's all about that need to help. We go deep into your relationship with the world, which is your work, your business. And we go deep into your relationship with God, which is the God of your understanding, and healing that relationship so that you can have a deeper trust in life and in the divine. And here's my kitty cat. I don't know if you can see. Oh, my kitty cat. Okay. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.